Ah, shit. Here we go again.
Hey y'all, do me a favor. Make sure y'all turn y'all volume up, okay? Because the story is on low for some reason. So turn y'all volume all the way up. Thank y'all for tuning in to another story time. Before we start this story time, I want to give a shout out to everybody that been hitting the like button, everybody that been sharing the videos, everybody that been commenting in the comment section, okay? And everybody that been hyping the video and blessing the Cash App. So, without further ado, let's get to it, okay? And again, y'all, I appreciate every last one of y'all. So, this dude named Cordell that was locked up for about 11 years, he come to me one day and he like, hey, D, man, I need to holler at you, bruh. Now, the way that he came at me, it was like really aggressive. So, I'm already on guard like, what's up with this dude, man? So I guess he seen my facial features, so he was like, "Oh, no, I ain't like that, bro. We need to do some business. Like, we need some business." I'm like, "Okay, what's up? Talk to me." So we got to walk in the yard. He was like, "Listen, man, I need for you to do a hit for me." I was like, "What you mean a hit?" He was like, "Man, I need for you to take out somebody for me, bro." Now, for those that might be wondering, like, wait a minute, Donta, why is this dude coming to you about a hit? Well, I'm not going to say that was a part of my business model, but I did provide a lot of services such as protecting weaker inmates from people that might want to cause them harm or extortion, right? Now, true enough, my business accolades, I'm not going to limit it to certain activities, but I guess taking somebody out for a fee was still on the table. I just never ever got that request before. So I'm like, who it is? He was like, bruh, Officer Jones. I said, what? He said, yeah, bruh, I need for you to take out Officer Jones, man. I got 10 racks for you. I said, hold on. You want me to take out a guard? He was like, bruh, did I stutter? Yeah, motherfucker, I need for you to take that motherfucker out, man. I said, for what? What happened? He was like, dog, man, this motherfucker been effing my wife. I said, what? He was like, bruh, this motherfucker been effing my wife. How do I know that? Because he was doing that out there on the street, and he keep rubbing that shit in my face now. I said, whoa, hold up. You knew this dude out in the streets? He was like, bro, let me tell you. So we get over here by the bench. I'm like, what's up? He was like, look, man, before I got locked up, I was talking to this red bone named Shakitha. I said, what? He said, Shakitha. I said, oh, okay. He was like, well, I met her at the strip club or whatever, and she was just so fine. I just had to get her up out of there. But the thing about it was, I was setting a little work here and there, but I told her that I can get her out the club or whatever, so she don't got to dance no more. So I kind of, sold her a dream. But nevertheless, I got her up out the club, and, everything was good for about a month. But then, the work slowed up. Dope fiends started moving on to others, man. So I really couldn't hold it down like I used to. So she ended up going back to the club and, doing her thing. Long story short, Officer Jones was up in there, and I didn't know he was no CO or nothing, but he was in there. He was tricking on her. So, at first, I was like, I ain't really gonna trip on it like that because, I know she is I'm about a stripper, and that's what comes with it, and she got to get her money. But at the same time, I'm in love with the broad, man. I'm trying to get her out the club. I was like, well, you do know you kind of set that up yourself. Like, you told her that you was trying to, you sold her a pipe dream, and you couldn't. He said, yeah, I know that though, but man, but let me just finish the story, bruh. I'm like, okay, what's up? So he like, look, so she was tricking with the dude, and she ended up getting pregnant, and she come to me one day talking about she needed Plan B. And I don't know what the heck a Plan B is, but I'm like, what is that? She was like, I need to get rid of this baby. And he was like, what you mean you need to get rid of this baby? You pregnant? She was like, yeah, I've been pregnant for 3 months. So I said, whoa, hold on. I thought a Plan B is a woman supposed to take that like the next day, or you know what I'm saying, or like right after. He was like, bruh, who you telling? I don't know nothing about this. So I tell her like, man, no, man, I ain't buying you nothing, because I was under assumption that she was trying to get an abortion. So when she said Plan B, that's all I was hearing, like $300-400. So I tell her like, listen, go to that that got you pregnant. Go get the money from him, because if it's my baby, no, man, you ain't getting rid of her. I'm not about to pay for something. I ain't finna pay for you to take my baby life. So no, go get the money from that got you pregnant. So he said that he put her out, and she was gone for like 2 weeks, and he said that he was like stressing about her. He ain't eating, ain't sleeping. So he said that after 2 weeks, he went to the club and he told her like, listen, man, I love you so much, and he proposed to her in front of everybody in the club. Like, he got up on the stage, was like, listen, man, I love you. I'm sorry for putting you through what I put you through. I'm willing and ready to be a better man, and I'm just sorry, and I just want you to come back home, and I love you, and will you marry me? So everybody in the club was just looking, and when she said, yeah, I do, everybody started cheering, and dudes giving him high five, the strippers over there, like, oh, congratulations, girl, and all this and that. I know what y'all are thinking in the comment section. Y'all like, what? Man, this dude was wild. You gonna marry a anyway, hey, y'all, to each their own, right? But anyway, so he said everything was good for about 2 weeks. He said everything was good for 2 weeks. They went down to the city hall, to the justice of peace, said, they dues, paid for the marriage license and all that. So he said they got married. Everything was good for about 2 weeks, y'all. So he said they went down to Atlanta. Now, she ain't been stripping or nothing. He said that work been moving, right? So they done went down to Atlanta, and they at his auntie house, whatever. So if I don't know if y'all know or not, but back in the 90s, mid-90s, Atlanta was the hot spot for stripping, right? So she down there, he down there, and she bored. The money ain't really flowing like it used to, because like I said, he's a drug dealer. His money up and it's down. And she felt like, man, we in the A, man. Let me go hit up Ace of Spades or King of Diamonds or one of them, hole in the wall. I can make some bread. So she tell him like she got some cousins down there that she want to hang out with or whatever. He like, yeah, go ahead, man. I ain't tripping off of that. Yeah, just be back to the house around 11, 12 o'clock. I ain't tripping. So she leaves, y'all. And she goes to Ace of Diamonds. So she in there, and they making it rain on her. They making it rain on her. Oh, this the part that I forgot to tell y'all. She did not get rid of the baby. So she got like a baby bump, okay? And she's extra thick because of the baby weight or whatever. So I guess these guys that had like a crazy fetish for pregnant strippers, they cashed her out. They gave this woman down there 25 G's, right? So she come back to the house, whatever, and she like, I'm tired, I'm exhausted. And he like, where you get all this money from, whatever? She was like, man, I had to go get that money, man. I had to. He was like, man, didn't I tell you about that, man? Didn't I tell you about stripping and all this and that? She was like, yeah, man, but I mean, I had to go get that bread. He was like, man, you know what? How can I trust you, man? I don't want men seeing your body. Your body just supposed to be for me, man. That ain't cool. That ain't cool. So she was like, all right, I ain't gonna do it again. So we gonna fast forward a week later. Now they get back home, and I guess everything alright, cause she done came up with 25 racks. Everything good. Now he took half of the money, cause now he talking about he want to get out of the drug dealing business and he want to do landscaping. So he go get him a zero turn, a couple weed whackers, a push lawnmower, a rake, a shovel, the whole nine, right? So he got half of the money and he get out there and he's working. Like he's legitimately making money being a landscaper. But the money ain't coming in quick enough for her. So while he's out doing landscaping, she out getting that money, right? She's back at the club. Now, this is where Officer Jones come back into play. So Officer Jones see her and he like, yo, man, you is super fine, man. I will pay you 5 racks to let me hit that. And she like, nah, man. No, he like, why, man? Why? Shoot, I mean, it ain't like we did it before. And she was like, no, I'm married now, man. He like, man, forget all that. If you married, why you here? And she was like, man, all right, come on. So he give her the 5 bands and they go to his truck and they get it on again, right? So this will go on for about, now I don't know exactly because he didn't tell me how long this kept going on, but it was going on, and I don't know if Officer Jones was paying her from here on out, but she got the 5 racks, and I think she made like $6,800 in tips, whatever. So she come home, right? Now, the town they live in is not that big. Population probably about 40, 50,000 people. I don't know if that's big to y'all or not, but word get around fast. So people calling him like, hey man, you know your wife, I seen her with, you know, so-and-so and doing this, doing that. And he like, man, not again, right? So long story short, he confronts her, right? And she like, yeah, I did it. See, one thing about it, she ain't no liar. She gonna tell the truth. Even though it may hurt, but she gonna tell the truth. So he like, all right, man, listen, man. I'm gonna continue to work, and you just do you, man, because this ain't gonna work. This right here ain't gonna work, man. But I'm gonna be there for our kid. I am taking a blood test when you had a baby. But outside of that, man, this ain't gonna work, man. We done. We through. So she was like, all right, whatever, say less, right? So over the course of the next 4 months, she's going between him, Officer Jones, and somebody else, right? And now it's time for her to have the baby. Why? Officer Jones is there in delivery. He there too. And they get into it real bad. To the point where Officer Jones and dude that we talking about get put out the hospital, right? Because they about to fight. They about to bang out or whatever. So the police get called, security get in between them, blah, 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 blah. Turns out that it's not Officer Jones' kid, it's his kid, right? So he tells her, like, listen, man, forget all this, man. Cut that dude off, man. We gonna be together, whatever. So she like, I don't know if I can do that, man. I don't know if I can do that. So he like, what you mean, man? We can be a family. Let's be a family, man. You already got my kids. He like, no, cause you want me to live a certain way that I don't want to live. So nah, I'ma just do me. He like, all right, man, F it, whatever, man, whatever, right? So about a week go by, and this is where this story finna take a dangerous turn, and we about to get back to the prison story. I'm just giving y'all the backstory of how we got here. So a week later, the chick is at McDonald's, right, in the car with a man, and the baby's in the back seat, right, in the car seat, 1 week old. He sees the car. He sees them. And I don't know if he seen red or not. I don't know that he just was deranged at this moment. I don't know. But he pulled out his gun and started busting at the car. Boom, 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 boom. Right? His baby mama in the car, his newborn baby, and this guy is in the car. Dude stab off. Get up out of there, right? She calls him. Why would you shoot the car up? Why would you shoot the car up? I was in the car. Your baby was in the back seat. He was like, you should never been an H. You should never been an H. He called her a hoe, y'all. She was like, that was my brother, stupid. That was my brother, stupid. You going to jail, stupid. He was like, man, shut up. That one of your motherfucking brother, man. You ain't got no brother. She said, I do got a brother, dummy. And it turns out, y'all, this was her brother. So this man shot up this car with his newborn baby and his baby mama in there because he thought that she was in there in the car in a McDonald's drive-through with a guy. So he gets drunk or whatever, and he just riding around the city, right? The state police get behind him, take his ass out the car, rough him up, throw him in the back of the squad car, take his ass to the county jail. Now let's fast forward to us on the yard, and he's telling me this story. So I'm like, damn. Straight up, he was like, yeah, but yeah, this he up in here, bruh. He here, man, and yo, dog, he keep doing going out the way, man. I keep writing kites and trying to, man, it's crazy, man. I'm like, listen, man. I don't know if I can do that one, man. He was like, bruh, man, come on, man. I need this dude up out the way. I need him up out the way, bruh. I said, man, you can't set him up. He was like, man, dog, I don't know what to do, man. I said, well, I don't know what to tell you, man. I can't. My hands is tied, man. I can't kill no guard, bruh. He was like, man, come on, Donta, you ain't got it, man. Have one of your homeboys do it, man. Have one of them do it. I said, listen, man. Right now, I can't afford that type of heat. Ain't no way. Come on, man. They gonna lock this. They gonna lock the whole state down. Can't do that for you, bro. He was like, man, well, what I supposed to do, man? Because I'm end up crashing out. I'm going to crash out on this dude, bro. I promise to God I'm going to crash out on this dude, man. I said, hey, man, you got to do what you got to do, bro. But, man, I holler. So I get up, y'all, and I walk off. So I get up with my homies, right? And I'm telling them, like, hey, dude bugging, man. He want us to take out Officer Jones because his wife, a stripper, that been tricking on him, been effing Officer Jones, and he want to get his lit back. They like, what? How much he talking about? I said, man, it ain't. What y'all mean? What? How much he talking about? He talking about 10 racks. So my homeboy Homicide was like, man, shit, man, that's 10 racks, bro. I said, no, we ain't doing that. But man, no, see, you getting blinded with greed right now. If we do something to that damn guard, man, we ain't never seeing the streets. So they like, all right, man, bet. All right, we just leave it alone, right? I'm going to say about 4 days later. Now, everything that I'm about to tell y'all is all alleged because I did not see it. I only was told this through the grapevine, right? So a couple days later, Officer Jones is working the kitchen. Him and about 3 other officers is in the lunchroom or the chow hall or whatever, right? Through the grapevine, I was told that dude came in, right? Officer Jones and him had words or whatever. And then dude ended up hitting him in the neck 3 times. Officer Jones ended up surviving, y'all. He ended up surviving. But he got hit in the neck 3 times by dude. Of course, dude got whooped out, got outside charges. They gave him a life sentence. I think he was already in there doing like 10 minimum to 25 years or something like that, 10 to 25. But no, he got a full life sentence, and they sent him up north, y'all, for doing that. Let's do the question of the day right quick. Was dude a sucker for marrying a stripper, or you can't help who you love? Let me know in the comment section. With that, y'all, stay tuned. If you enjoyed this story time, make sure you leave me a tip. Also, if you forgot to hit the like button, make sure y'all smash that like button and share this video and hype the video. Make sure y'all check out my Amazon wish list. I got some items in there that I need purchased. So y'all make sure y'all look out for y'all big partner. If you can't get enough of these stories, I made another channel. I'm gonna have that link pinned at the top of the comment section too, and in the description. Until next time, take care.